DreAllDay.com.
Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. Hopefully y'all can see me all right. My view is a little bit distorted. We got a car seat, new car seat that needs to go in the back of this car. In my passenger seat right now. We got to replace the old one. My son's getting a little bit bigger. That old one's a little snug, but we'll fix that in due time. What I want to talk about in this video is qualifications. Qualifications when it comes to where you want to go, what you want to do, and get to the level that you want to get to. So still, even to this day, my background as an athlete, I would always get questions from ball players who would say something like, Dre, what I got to do to make the high school team, the college team, the pro team. And nowadays, a lot of people see this video that I did a while back that says, when is it too late to make it as a basketball player? For some reason, that video keeps surfacing, and I still keep getting comments from that video. And people will say, well, I'm this age, I'm from this place, I've done this. They tell me a little bit of their background, which is irrelevant to the question. The question is, what are the chances that I can make it? It doesn't matter what your background is. I don't care if you're 6 years old or you're 26 years old or whatever. The only thing that's going to get you to whatever level you want to get to is your qualifications and your ability to perform. And your ability to perform is a qualification in and of itself. And this is for anything that we're doing. And the reason I got to thinking about this was, I don't know if y'all follow the news. I don't watch the news officially. I actually did an episode of my podcast that told you all stop watching the news because it's not real news. It's, I see this on Twitter because that's where I get my news from Twitter. And there's a submarine. Some people took like this submarine trip. I guess it's like something people do for leisure, like a little fun thing to do. Get on a submarine that goes down like to the bottom of the ocean or something like that. And this submarine has gotten lost, and these people, they can't find the submarine. And there's a bunch of people in there, and they only got a certain amount of oxygen left. And I think the last I saw was that the submarine would run out of oxygen by Thursday morning. The day that I'm recording this is a Thursday. It would run out of oxygen by Thursday morning if they didn't find the submarine and bring it back to the surface. And the reason why this is a story is because the guy, this car just jumped right in front of me as if they didn't see me, but the guy who is like the organizer, the person in charge, he fired and said, he's on record saying this, I didn't want to hire a bunch of 50-year-old white guys because they're not inspiring. That was his phrase, his quote. And instead, I don't know who he hired. I'm assuming this guy was going along the diversity, inclusion, equity lines. So he hired a bunch of women, minorities, I guess gay people, young people, etc., because they're quote unquote inspiring. And now his submarine got lost with a bunch of, again, inspiring people who probably were not as qualified as the 50-year-old white guys. And now a bunch of people are about to die behind that decision. Now, is it 100% because he didn't hire the 50-year-old white guys that the submarine got lost? Maybe, maybe not. But the whole point is this is going to be used against him. And I'm using it against him right now in making this point. And helping you all understand that the goal in life, and anything you do, I don't care if you're playing a sport, you're in business, you're in a professional career trying to get on, number one thing you can do to position yourself for the opportunity you want is to be qualified. And your qualifications can come in multiple forms. It's your resume, it's your credentials, that means what have you done up to this point, that's also similar to your resume. It's your qualifications, which means that encompasses both of those, and also just your ability to do the thing. All right, are you qualified to do this thing? If I'm running a basketball team, I need somebody who can space the floor. Your qualifications is showing me that when you're in a game and you get open for a three-point shot, you can actually make a good percentage of them. That qualifies you, in my eyes, as being a person who could space the floor for my basketball team, because you did it on the team that you were on before. So the number one thing that all of you and all of us need for any opportunity you're looking for is to make sure you are displaying the necessary qualifications for the situation, and understand the qualifications are relative to who's doing the choosing. Now, this guy, the submarine guy, he decided the qualifications were people who are inspiring, but I doubt he'll make that decision again in the future, given what's happened with the submarine, and that by the time you all see this video, those people might be dead already, because unqualified people were put on that job because he chose the wrong qualifications. What he should have chose is people who are consummate, engineers, scientists, technicians who can make sure that this submarine goes where it's supposed to go and comes back the way it's supposed to, so that lives don't get lost. So the biggest thing that I want you all to take away moving forward, even if you're not a submarine scientist or whatever they even call those people, is working on your qualifications. What qualifies me for the opportunity that I want? Not about what are the chances that you can make it, because that doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter what anybody says about it unless they happen to be the decision maker, which I'm not the decision maker on whether or not you'll make it as a basketball player. So really what I think in the big picture, what I think about your chances of making it don't really matter. What really matters is, are you qualified and have you shown those qualifications? That's what matters the most. And once you figure out what the qualifications are, once you know what they are, is you going out and making sure that you have them. And if you don't have them, then there's no mystery as to why you haven't gotten the opportunity. All right, there should never be a mystery as to why something has not worked for you, because most of the time it's simple deductive reasoning. You just look at the situation, you can figure out, okay, well, I didn't do this, I didn't do that, I didn't have these things in place, I didn't perform over here, this is the reason why I didn't work out. All right, it's not magic. All right, it's usually really simple logic that can help you solve any mysteries when it comes to the outcomes that you're looking to achieve. So think about your qualifications, make sure you are qualified for whatever it is that you're going for, and if you're not, then there's no questions that need to be answered. The only question is, well, how can I work on my game so I can get better next time? I guess that's the only question. Other than that, that's that. So with that said, text me. Let me know the best idea, best insight you got from this video. My number is 305-384-6894. Once you text me, you'll also be getting my daily motivation text that I send out every morning for free. And Work on Your Game University, that's the next place you go to get to working with me directly. The only place you can get coached by me, that's at workonyourgameuniversity.com. The link is down below in the description to this video. Work on your game. Dre all day.